what you're saying is that you put in for extensions all the time and you don't necessarily get them.
Right, or I don't get them until, the last minute. It might get approved. A hearing has been scheduled for tomorrow. I move for it to be extended, for a week, a month, or whatever. And it doesn't actually appear on the court's docket until, 8 p.m. tonight. Late. And the only way I see it is I either go in there and keep monitoring and keep looking at it again, or if the court is sufficiently advanced that it would send you an email notification of this, you're not going to get that email notification because you're not an attorney of record in the case. That's who gets the email, someone who's representing you, right?
Yeah, but then I can pay the consequence for them not doing their job.
Yes, exactly. So to hedge your bets against all of that, your action plan should be, you're going to show up tomorrow and don't be late. Okay? Get a ride extra early, even if that means, if you get to the courthouse a half hour, even an hour early, you know what that enables you to do? The same thing I do. I go and sit in the back, in the gallery section, okay, of the courtroom.
Well, I'm first thing in the morning. I'm like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, then your first thing. That the advantage there is you'll be out of there with most of the day still to work with. Okay, get there early. Okay, get there early. Now, if your lawyer doesn't show, or this continuance that he asked for doesn't get effected, get transacted later today, overnight, okay? If that doesn't happen, and they call your case, so you gotta stand up and for the brief moment represent yourself. I think what you want to do is tell the court, tell the judge in a very concise way what's happened here. You're being represented by a public defender. Identify him, okay? Need to give a name and say, your understanding was the public defender had requested a continuance of whatever this is that's happening tomorrow. I suspect it's either an initial appearance or an arraignment. I don't think it could be anything else at this early time. Doesn't really matter, right? And just say, so Judge, my public defender is unavailable this week. That's why he asked, right? That's why he asked for a continuance to August whenever of this thing. I'm pretty sure, I cannot guarantee this, Tanya, but I'm pretty sure as soon as you say, just stop there, okay? Just keep it that short. I'm pretty sure that when you say that, the judge is going to say, I'm going to grant that continuance.
But see, I'd like to get the whole thing thrown out by.
That's not going to happen.
But they already didn't give me my bail hearing. They already have broken the law a whole bunch of different ways. And Tracy lied, and I can't even get apparently the lawyer said he was sending it to me, but it's not in my email. And so I'm going to have to file all my paperwork to get all the stuff myself, apparently.
Okay, that is all separate stuff to what needs to happen tomorrow. Your only objective for tomorrow is to show up, inform the court.
But nobody asked me if I was innocent or guilty ever. So my rights have already been violated.
No, they haven't.
Why not?
Okay, you're going to get asked if this hearing is what we call an initial appearance or an arraignment. That's where they ask how you plead. What plea are you entering? That's when they ask that.
I mean, nobody's supposed to ask me for the last 2 trials what the hell's going on?
Okay, we got to keep our vocabulary a little bit more precise. You haven't had a trial yet. Whatever it is that happened before was call it a bail hearing.
I didn't have
some other type of hearing. It was definitely not a trial. So I'm just cautioning you don't want to use the wrong word here because you just create confusion for people who don't know what's really going on. Okay? right? No, it's at the stage of what we call initial appearance, okay, or arraignment. It's one or the other, and that's a Nevada procedure thing, again, which is not my area, not my expertise, but it's one or the other. That is where you're asked, okay, how do you plead? And you enter a plea.
Okay, I'm not guilty.
Okay. If they actually asked you that question tomorrow, if they actually asked you to enter a plea, then that is your answer. My plea is not guilty. That's all you need to say.
Okay.
But I really think that, you know, when they, meaning the judge, when I said the judge, the court, not really meaning the same thing, okay? When the judge hears tomorrow that you are represented by a public defender, but this person is unavailable, okay, and this person, it's your understanding, this is what you were told, it's your understanding that this Mr. Goodnight, okay, all right, had requested a continuance of this thing or tomorrow because he's away. He's not available. Okay? I'm pretty sure as soon as the judge hears that, he or she is just going to go, okay, got it. You know, we're continuing this until such and such date. They don't have to, you know, the court's not compelled to go with the exact date that Goodnight asked for, but since he asked for it because presumably his calendar is clear that day, they probably will, because it's also, you know, not some excessively long time into the future. That's what, barely 6 weeks into the future from right now, right? So my guess would be that they would say
Basically a month. It's basically a month from. It's a little over a month.
Yeah, and so, you know, my guess, my belief on that is that that's what will happen. It should have happened already and come through, so that it would not be necessary for you to show up tomorrow. I agree with you. Okay, you know, in a better functioning or fully functioning system here, that's what would have already transacted.
Right. My problem is it feels very booby trappy, like, because, you know, when I left him, I thought, you know, we're doing it on the 19th, and he hasn't told me anything other than that. So to me, it's a booby trap.
Well, but you see, your
my view
your escape hatch, or your way of not being trapped here
is going
is the fact that you are currently represented by Mr. Goodnight, and he's not there, he's not available, and so the judge knows we can't do anything. That we cannot move forward without him. It's really that simple. This all has to do with, you know, due process and people's constitutional rights, and, you know, all the rest of the stuff.
My sixth amendment has already been broken.
Okay, I wouldn't say one word about that tomorrow. What did I say to you before about what you need to say to the court, and limit it to that unless the judge asks you a question?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing I talked to you, because I can make this a bigger mess.
Yes, you can, and I'm doing my level best from a few thousand miles away.
Because unfortunately, I have an ability to overly research something, and that's what Gemini already said, and they already gave me a number of other things that they did wrong, and I made videos and I made printouts of what AI said.
Yeah, but you have to. Let me emphasize again. Okay, as soon as the judge hears that you have legal representation and he's not there, that's a gigantic red flag. That's a gigantic, you know, red traffic signal. Stop. We can go no further in this case today, because defense counsel for this person, Tanya Miller, is not here. It's absolute, okay? That's what you want to stick to. Okay?
Can we ask for a new day like this one?
No, if he did what he told you he did, he already, filed, probably electronically, that he already filed some request for the continuance and would have specified a new date, right? What did he say? August 19th?
Yeah.
So you don't wanna touch that or suggest something alternative, right? You just say this is what he requested, or at least what he told me he did.
Okay, thank you so much, Michael.
Sure. And get an early Uber, or however you're getting up there. I mean, again, even if it means you arrive way early and you're just sitting around, that is always preferable to ever be the slightest amount late.
Okay, and then Michael and Tracy are not going to be at this thing.
I can't predict that or control that. They could be there because this hearing will be open to the public. But again, if they or she, either one of them, attempted to speak to the judge or somehow insinuate themselves into it, same red traffic signal I told you about before. No, nothing can happen. This case cannot move forward one footstep in the absence of defense counsel. Period. But if they showed up, I don't think they would be foolish enough to try and address the court. Try and speak to the judge. They would maybe just be sitting in the back. The spectator seats and so on.
So if they show up, if I speak to them, is that okay or it's not because of the stupid charge?
I would really tell you to not communicate with them at all about any of it. That's what I would tell you, to keep it real simple. And Tracy, if she's going to go forward with this and potentially end up perjuring herself in this, well, now she's got criminal liability for that. I'm not sure she will. Okay, we don't really know what's going to happen.
Well, I can't even get the paperwork right now to even see what lies she said. But all I know is what I did hear was definitely lies.
Yeah.
And
right.
The thing is, there were 6 pages, so he was kind of like, well, there's 6 pages, and he wanted me to go through it, and I believe he probably did send it to me. But I'm guessing that somebody took it out of my email, which is what they always do. And so now I can't really address the situation.
Okay.
So, well, the thing is, that means it just kicks the can down the road for me to get the paperwork again from him, plus other additional stuff. And I can't even see what has been said about me, but I already know that I already heard enough to know there's a pile of lies. And she's a big liar, so...
right. Which is yet another reason why you don't want to be engaging with them if they happen to show up.
Well, that's why I don't even want to go up there, because I don't want to be accused of going someplace since somebody took my ankle bracelet and I don't have it. So, they changed the paperwork, and so I don't know if I have to carry a video camera around the whole time. So, I just don't know what to do because, I clearly have a problem. So...
Well, even if you were actually wearing an ankle bracelet, Tanya, unless something really, really bizarre is happening here.
But all she's done is lie.
Under the conditions of that, you would always be permitted to go to somewhere to meet with your attorney, but also to go to the courthouse.
But the problem is, Michael, everything has been a setup, and so If it was a normal situation, and then that would be one thing, but this is not. It's just not. So anyway, I guess that's all I wanted to say. But anyway, thank you for your advice. I guess that's the price. Don't talk to me.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I don't want to keep you any longer. How are you?
I'm busy.
Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you then, but thank you so much for being my friend.
Okay, Tanya.
Okay, and I'm just taking that as your friend advice that happens to be a lawyer in a different shade of so don't worry, no problem. All right, thank you.
Okay.
I do still think it's sound advice though. All right, thanks, bye. It's a cry of desperate.